Human beings love upgrading things, like going from a pocket watch all the way up to a presidential Rolex. Let's take a look at how that happened. For you guys to understand this story, we need to go back in time to Germany in the early 1900s. Wristwatch at that time were considered a woman's piece of jewelry, and something like this, a pocket watch, was the more manly and masculine thing. There was a man by the name of Hans Windhorf who created Rolex. He was the founder. He always envisioned wristwatch as a more masculine thing, and he believed it could play a huge role in men's society. At this time, the rest of the world just didn't see it like that yet. That is until World War I happened. Soldiers were crawling around in the trenches, and they would have to pull out their wristwatch just to check the time. Or not the wristwatch, this guy right here. I've done this too many times, I'm doing no more takes. They would have to pull out their pocket watch to check the time. So, because of that, they all agreed if we could have this on our wrist, it would make more sense. Hans, taking advantage of this opportunity, went balls to the wall in development and started to develop these Rolexes to be mud-proof, dust-proof, waterproof, war-proof, pretty much, and ended up getting these out to soldiers. Now, it wasn't commercially available at this point until 1926, when they released the original Rolex Oyster. Now, this was the world's first waterproof watch, and the reason I put that in quotes is because things existed to the military world, you could say, before this. But this was, for all intents and purposes, the world's first waterproof watch. Now, there was a masculine need for these watches because they could survive hunting, they could survive exploration, they could survive freaking war, for crying out loud. It had bridged this gap between war and a lady's piece of jewelry. So everything is in between that, and that is why Rolex dominates today the way that it does.